Yep, what up y'all, it's DJ MV. I am class of 99. I actually walked 99, but I left in 2000. Super senior, you know what it is, Onyx. Hampton was, when I was there, was a new experience. I'm from Queens, New York, so, you know, it was just something beautiful that I've never seen before, whether it was the grass, the campus, the water, the Hampton Roads, being in a place where it was nothing but black people and black teachers and people showing so much love. To me, it was a different world on steroids. I would say some nuggets is patience. I mean, the teachers teach you to be smart, to think about what you're doing before you do it, but also have a lot of patience. Sit back, listen. Etiquette class was a big class that business majors had to take. I don't even know if they have etiquette class anymore, but it was business majors had to take that class, and it teaches you what fork, what silverware you had to use, how to dress for a meeting, how to speak, how to approach, just the little things that you'd be like, I know that already, but it really helps you when you're taking those meetings and doing those types of things. Car show in Hampton Roads, July 19th, and it's funny because everybody in Hampton has been asking me for a long time to do my show in the 757, but I didn't even know that there was a market for it, meaning, you know, 757 is small. It feels like it's big when we're there, Virginia Beach. If you've ever been to Virginia Beach for Labor Day or Memorial Day or 4th of July, it feels like it's big, but it's just like a small, quiet town that I always thought. But when I say Hampton pulled up for me, I mean they did. So the car show is going down July 19th at the Hampton Convention Center. We have all 3 rooms. It's old school and new school. So the BBS boys are providing most of the old school cars. Then there's new school cars. So it's going to be family fun. So there's amusement rides and games for kids. Kids 5 and under are free. There's going to be food trucks. There's going to be a lot of vendors from the 757. So we want you to come on out, bring the family. It's a family fun day. My kids will be there. My parents come. So it's going to be a lot of fun. So it's inviting people in and introducing people to my 757. I love cars. Cars was, you know, my thing growing up as a kid, and I couldn't afford them. So when I started making a little money, I started buying the cars that I wanted as a kid. And my dad told me one thing. He was like, well, this is a hobby, but you have to make it a business. And I sat and I thought about that for a long time, and I'm like, damn, car shows. So what I started doing is started going to car shows, taking my kids to the car shows, and I started seeing what I liked and what I didn't like. And I put it all together in one car show, and that's why we have the family fun car show, right? I would go to a car show with my kids, and my kids after 30 minutes be like, all right, Dad, I'm out of here. I don't want to stay no more. So I was like, well, why not I bring an element for kids where kids can have fun? Then, you know, bring vendors, so where, you know, we've had Sephora come and sponsor. We've had so many different things where women got their hair braided, got their nails done and pedicure. So now, if a woman, if a mom comes and they don't necessarily into cars like that, they could put their kid in the kid village and the kids could jump around and play all day, and she could get her hair done and nails done, or she can learn about hair or whatever it was. So it's just a thing where a whole family can go for a long time and everybody could have a good time. If you're just there for the food, or if you're just there for the cars or the games, or just to meet and talk to people. And we always have a bar there. You can get a couple of drinks there as well. No, I don't regret anything. There's a lot of things I would have changed, but everything that happened to me in my life got me to where I am now. And I feel like, you know, sometimes God puts you through challenges to see you overcome and break those challenges down, so hopefully the next generation can learn from your mistakes. The best advice I ever received is, excuse my French, but f everybody else's opinion, do what feels good for you. You know, nobody's gonna understand your drive, your journey, what you've been through. When I told people that I was gonna be a professional DJ, most people laughed. They thought it was funny. No way it would work. You wanna be a DJ? But I just felt there was something there. It wasn't about the money, it was about the passion, it was about what I enjoyed. And you look at, you know, 25 years later, you know, I'm in the Radio Hall of Fame. I'm doing what I enjoy to do. The Breakfast Club syndicated in over 100 stations, and you know, we speak to people from Barack Obama to Jay-Z to Kamala Harris to politicians to, you know, healthcare professionals, and we provide a service. Yeah, it's a lot of fun and we joke a lot, but we also provide a service to our community, which we're proud of. I would say, you know, follow your dreams, but don't follow your dreams in a way you'd be like, no, I want to do this. No, you really have to put the dedication, the time, and the effort to do it. You know, at times, I start at 4 o'clock in the morning and I don't get to sleep at midnight, you know. I don't complain. It's because this is what I want. This is what I signed up for. This is what I love. I mean, I remember being a DJ and finishing the club at 4 in the morning, and I would drive right here, sleep on an air mattress in here for 30 minutes, get back up and wake the world up. It was the dedication that I showed because I wanted to do it. There was no, I'm tired, I don't want to feel like going to work today. This is what I wanted, this is what I love, and I continue to do it because I'm enjoying it. This ain't about the check, this is because I really enjoy doing it, and I'm still having fun. I mean, I think it's very important to give back to HBCUs, and not just money, not just financial, time. I think the time is the most important. Most people say the money, but I think the time is the most important. If you can talk to a student and encourage the student and invite a student to your world where they can see what you do, that's what we need more of. That's what a lot of these other colleges are doing, these other universities are doing, and why not us? I also feel like these universities have to take their alumni and really put their arm around them, be proud of their alumni. You know, we don't have to wait till they pass away to be like, we love them or we feel them. We should do stuff like, I always said, like the Hampton Walk of Fame. You know, where we have a Walk of Fame on campus when there's stars, where people can see the different people that's graduated from different, you know, not just entertainment, not just athletes. You know, you have people that went to Hampton that are executives in a lot of high places that they don't get recognized because a lot of times we just don't know. Let's start recognizing our own, and I'm sure that once we start doing that, they will want to pull more and more students to what they do. I mean, I love to have students up here and actually see what it is to work at a radio station, to see what it is behind the scenes. Everybody's not going to be built for on air. There's production people here. There's people that do camera. There's people that do videography. There's executives. My actual program director and boss, she went to Hampton, you know what I mean? So it's so many different things, and I think we can learn from each other. My cousin, who is probably one of the biggest publicists, went to Hampton. I mean, there's so much roots in Hampton University. Of course, we know Ruth Carter, who's the biggest costume designer. We know Wanda Sykes. We know those people, but what about the people that's behind the scenes that we just don't know, that's doing big things in this industry? We just need to make sure we keep our arms around them. For me, my Hampton was a stepping stone. Coming out of Queens, I had no idea about colleges and HBCUs. I was the first person in my family to go to college, first person to graduate. So for myself, my mother just said, you have to go to college. That's my dream. And I was like, all right, I'm gonna fulfill this dream for you. Now, she wanted me to go to Morehouse, and Morehouse was just too far for me. And when I went to, from New York, we go through the Morgan State, the Howard, the VSU, Virginia Union. We go through that drive, and you go all the way up to Atlanta, you know? And when we got to Virginia, there was no further. Like, we got to Hampton, I'm like, this is it. We don't need to go we can cancel Atlanta, we can cancel Norfolk State, this is it. And that's what my journey was. That was my stepping stone to changing me as a man. And although I was DJing at the time and I was making money, this opened me up to so much more. You know, I had roommates from Mississippi, roommates from Indiana, roommates from New Orleans, from Philly, that got my music and my mixtapes and my mixes and branched it out to their community at back home, which, helped me learn music differently than most people. It allowed me to DJ in those markets, and it opened me up. So I'm really grateful for that stepping stone.